Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to eliminate those penalty strokes when we're hitting off the tee. We're on a typical par 5, and this is a pretty common scenario that you're faced with all the time on the golf course. On the right, there's a little bit of trees, and then to the right of that is out of bounds. So I definitely don't want to go out of bounds. To the left, there's also trees, but there's no out of bounds. It's just rough over there. So even if I hit it left, I'm going to be all right. Now, my general rule of thumb, if you want to make sure that you eliminate as many penalty strokes as possible, is we're always going to start the ball away from the trouble. So the big trouble is on the right. I'm going to give that my top priority. Big trouble on the right. I want to start away from that trouble. So here, this hole would be perfect for a small cut. So I can line up just down the left edge of the fairway, about where I want my ball to start. I'm going to have my left foot turned to open a little bit. That's going to help me to open up and to get a little bit more of a cut. So as I turn my left heel out, that's going to allow my hip to open up and allow me to play a cut a little bit easier. I'm going to place that ball a little bit farther up in my stance. So if I'm going to play a cut, as I start to get the ball farther and farther up in my stance, your swing is naturally going to happen on an arc. So as I'm swinging down, the club is moving slightly out to the right. As I'm swinging back up, the club's moving slightly to the left. So by putting that ball a little farther forward in my stance, now I'm promoting a little bit more of a left upward swing, which is going to get me some pretty good distance on that ball. And then I'm going to make sure that I don't want to roll that face over. So I'm going to feel like I'm swinging a little bit more to the left, lining up down the left edge of the fairway, left foot open, swinging a little more to the left, and I don't want my face to turn on over to get a draw. I'm going to feel like I hold just a little bit open with the face to get that nice fade. And in a second, I'll switch this around and show you the draw side. So if I do this properly, I'm going to visualize before I ever hit my shot. I'm going to step back here. I'm going to visualize a giant brick wall kind of going down the right center of the fairway. And I never want to let my ball cross that brick wall. So if I'm going to play a cut, I'm going to eliminate the right side of the course. I'm going to start away from the trouble, and I'm going to get that ball to fade back in, but it's never going to fade across that brick wall. If I do that, that's going to be a big penalty stroke. And by visualizing that giant wall, let's imagine it 200 foot tall, all the way down that side of the fairway, that mentally helps me to eliminate that side of the course and makes things a lot easier. So let's go ahead and try one out. Again, I'm going to line up a little bit to the left, open my front foot, put the ball a little bit farther up in my stance, and then I'm going to feel like the face is just slightly open as I'm coming through to help me to get that ball to turn over left to right. I'm always going to make sure, whether I'm hitting a draw or a fade, to come to a good full finish. Let's give it a whirl. There we go. That ball started right down the left edge of the fairway, turned back over into the center of the fairway. Perfect shot, exactly what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and try the same thing out for the draw side. All right guys, now we're going to do the exact opposite thing. We're going to pretend that the big trouble is on the left, and now I'm going to be playing away from that. I'm going to put my wall going down the left side of the fairway. I'm going to visualize that just blocking out the entire left side of the fairway. I'm going to go ahead and start by lining up a little bit to the right. And one thing I didn't mention in the fade side, I'm going to scoop my ball, if I'm going to play a draw, onto this side of the tee box. That way I'm hitting out away from the trouble. If I'm playing a fade, I'm going to be on that side of the tee box, and again hitting out away from the trouble that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start line up here. I'm going to line up with my feet down the right side. I'm going to feel like my shoulders are a little bit more closed. It's going to help me come a bit more to the inside of the ball. I'm going to feel like my hands really get to turn on over and get to the outside of the ball. So as I'm coming down, I want to feel like my face is starting to close. And if you can imagine, the back of this ball is 6 o'clock, and that's the direction I want the ball to start. I'm going to feel like I get to the outside of that to really get that to turn over a little bit. And then from there, I'm going to let my hands roll on around and get that nice draw swing. So again, I'm going to line up on the left side of the tee box, putting the wall up the left side of the course. I'm going to hit away from the trouble, getting that ball a little bit farther back in my stance, really going to release that face. And just like we did with the fade, I'm going to make sure that I get a nice full follow through and take a good aggressive swing away from the trouble. There we go. Started that one right down the right center. Really nice shot. It's going to get away from the trouble. It's keeping me away from that left side, playing that draw, and that's going to keep you away from those big numbers. So good luck to you guys. Work hard. I'll see y'all soon. All right guys, hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got a great bonus for you. I'm going to include one of my #1 videos, a preview of my #1 video on increasing your lag, and it's all in the takeaway and getting the proper amount of wrist set. So I'm going to play a preview of that video. It pops up here in a second. If you want to see that entire video, plus you're going to get 5 videos from our Top Speed Golf system, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen or down below in the description if you're on a mobile device. So if you're on a mobile device, open up the description below and you can click the link there. Good luck to you guys. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. Be sure to click that thumbs up button. That really helps us to grow the channel. And also remember to subscribe. That way you'll see our latest videos. I'll see you all in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a three-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be. I want to use the full length of this club to build lag and then